Diane Kanzaki-Reeves is genuinely one of the most impressive people I've ever met. She's won awards, developed healthcare programs, and even developed a company to help women with breast cancer. But perhaps the most important thing she did was invest in the lives of every patient, sitting with them on their hardest days. 83-year-old Diane Kanzaki-Reeves learned she had to be strong right from the beginning.
I think the resilience, it's actually survival.
She was only a couple months old when her family was sent to a Japanese internment camp in 1941.
There were no flowers that they would make out of the shells they found.
She still hangs on to family artifacts from that time.
I just say, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Released at 6 years old, she made it her mission to help those who are hurting for the rest of her life. She went to nursing school as soon as she graduated high school.
To be accepted, I had to be a certain weight because they felt that nurses projected health. So I had to go on a diet and I had to lose, I can't remember, 20 pounds or something.
She says a lot has changed since then, but her love for people hasn't. She used all her energy to help the sick and even helped open the St. Agnes Medical Center until a diagnosis put her in her patient's shoes.
I actually developed breast cancer. I noticed that there were a lot of needs in the community. There was a cancer society that had support groups, but none for mastectomy patients.
So she created a support group herself and then developed a breast prosthetic company. She then took her passion for cancer education to a secluded tribe in Hawaii, developing a program in their native language.
I gave it to them to use.
She then moved back to the Central Valley in the early 90s to tackle the AIDS epidemic.
Oh, terrible. And of course, this is the Bible Belt. You know, I've held hands until they passed away because they didn't have anybody else.
Helping those at their most vulnerable and afraid. Her work earned impressive awards throughout her career, but the reason she walked into the hospital every day never changed.
If you can help somebody during those hardships, it might help them to move on.
And she is now retired at the age of 83, but as you could probably tell from my interview with her, Diane is still full of energy. She plans to use her time now to volunteer at places like the library. She says no matter how old you are, there is always someone you can help. Live in studio, I'm Brianna Bias, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.